The St. Joseph constituency continues to receive the attention of the Labour Party government. During the next few minutes, we will journey through the villages of Layu, Mero and St. Joseph and update you on government's initiatives to take this constituency to the next level. On January 4th, 2010, Darrow was sworn in as the Parliamentary Secretary in the Prime Minister's office with responsibility for information technology.
That I will faithfully bear true allegiance to the Commonwealth of Dominica, so help me God.
2.5 months into his term, the new parliamentary representative is already making actions speak louder than words.
I must first of all thank the constituents of St. Joseph, Layu, Mero and Bells for entrusting in me the responsibilities of being the Member of Parliament. I must say it's no easy task, and taking up leadership position in this community and in this constituency, it's always been a challenge. Ever since I have been in leadership position in youth groups, the village council level, in sports groups and so forth, it has always been challenging. And now serving this constituency at the highest level provides even more of a greater challenge. But it is one that I am readily making myself up to the task too, in terms of one, ensuring that I have a good relationship with the people, the constituents of the entire constituency, and two, developing that trust of the people, because I believe you have to ensure that the people have that level of trust in you and confidence, so that when they know that their representative is there, they can be assured that he or she will make representation on their behalf at the highest level to his or her best of their ability.
Through the services of a recently constructed computer resource center in St. Joseph, Darrow is hoping that the youth will use this avenue as a means of enhancing their skills, making them more prepared for the job market.
Over the last 3 or 4 years, we have seen the need to have the youth skills training program, the computer aspect of that program, become a reality in St. Joseph. And with the use of the St. Joseph Resource Center, and I myself being a former instructor in the youth skills training program, I've always seen the need to bring the program here in St. Joseph, where young persons from the surrounding communities could benefit significantly from the program.
Since the computer literacy training program was introduced in St. Joseph a few years ago, over 150 young people have been trained.
But over the last years that the program has been here in St. Joseph, I must say that it has been doing tremendously well. And just last year, in December, early December last year, we saw a number of students completing the program. And your program was started about 2 weeks ago. And now we have 7 of you young people here who are participating in this program for the next 3.5 months.
Over the next 5 years, Honorable Darrow will look to take the information technology sector to new heights in Dominica.
In the area of information technology, which I am responsible for now, this is an area that we are looking forward to really pushing and really allowing it to be the driving force of our country's development. Because with IT and with the opportunities that are available in IT skills, we can see a lot of jobs being created for our young people. We can see a lot of opportunities in the area of furtherance of education being made available. And these are things that you should present yourselves for to take advantage of.
Tracy Jonkier shares the reasons why she decided to participate in such a training program.
I decided to take part in this program so therefore I could improve my typing skills to learn more about the computer, the different part of computers and so on.
When did you start the program?
Last week, Monday.
Okay, and how do you rate it so far?
It's alright so far, I learned a lot.
For example, what have you been learning?
For example, I learned that the different type of software, the input devices and different type of networks.
What are you hoping that this skill will do for you?
I hoping that it will get me someplace better, to get me a better job and so on.
Do you think that it's a good idea that the community is offering such a program to young people like yourself?
Yes, it's a good idea.
And would you encourage other young people to get involved in that program?
Yes, I would encourage a lot of people to take part in it.
Miss Yana John Baptist is the instructor of the basic computer training program at the St. Joseph Resource Center.
Okay, well, we just completed day before yesterday the first module, which was concepts of IT, where they get to know the different parts of the computer the interactions between hardware and software, types of computers, input devices, storage, just the physical aspect. And right now we're going to start our second module using the computer and managing files, which will get them to, first of all, be able to turn on and off the computer properly, and then start getting into the use of the computer as in software and so on, going about using different programs on the computer.
Since assuming his role as parliamentary representative in January of this year, Honorable Darrow has held discussions with friends at the Chinese embassy about providing computers to his alma mater, the St. Joseph Seventh-day Adventist Primary School. That request was honored, and the parliamentary representative recently made a presentation of 2 brand new computers to the school.
This morning we are here to make a small presentation to the school, and the presentation includes 2 computers, some backpacks, some pencil cases, a few reading books, and a few other items that the Chinese embassy, through the Chinese ambassador, has seen it fit to make to you, the students. And it was through the earnest effort of having some dialogue with the principal of the school, as well as visiting the school on several occasions, that I saw the need to improve the computers that you have here.
Honorable Darrow told students of the St. Joseph Seventh-day Adventist School that the use of computers is a necessity in today's world.
And it is very important that we understand the importance, firstly, of the world that we are living in. It is no longer a world where you can afford to sit back and allow things to happen. But you have to take the initiative as students to allow things to happen for yourselves and to get things done. And through the information technology world that we're living in right now, we now have to be drivers. And that simply means you now have to find out the information that is happening around you. You have to be up to date. And with computers, it allows you to have a hands-on approach as to the things that are happening in this world on a day-to-day basis. And you should never take these things for granted. And I felt it necessary that at the very tender age, even at the primary school level, that you students should be responsible enough to be able to use a computer and to find out what is the things happening in Dominica as well as in the rest of the world.
Friends of the Chinese embassy are delighted to have made such a valuable contribution to the students of the St. Joseph Primary School.
I shall say that today, my visit to this school gave me a very deeper impression and also courage to see in future that Dominica would develop faster and better. Wish everybody a good success in the school.
While the school is not yet equipped with its own computer lab, students of the St. Joseph Seventh-day Adventist Primary School are hoping that they will make maximum use of the computers now available.
We are living in an age of modern technology, and these computers at our school will assist us in researching information and definitely making learning easier and fun. So our parliamentary representative, the Honorable Darrow, we want to thank you for your initiative in the presentation of these computers. To our generous donors, the Chinese Embassy of Dominica, we are very grateful for your kind consideration. We look forward to the day when our school will be furnished with a state-of-the-art computer room. However, in the meantime, we will truly make appropriate use of what we have received today.
Ensuring that the less fortunate in the community is comfortably housed is a major priority for the parliamentary representative.
Well, under the visionary leadership of the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, one of the things that he has implemented is to ensure that Dominicans, underprivileged Dominicans, can have affordable houses. And through the institution of the Housing Revolution, we have seen several homes being built across this country where quite a number of persons have benefited significantly from this housing program. Taking up office as the new parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, one of the first things that I ensured was that the houses which have to be built now under my tenure as parliamentary representative, they have to be of a higher standard in terms of what we are about to give to people. Because really and truly we have to ensure that we give persons homes that they can feel satisfied and they can say thank God for the government and what the government has done.
Honorable Kelvadaru recently visited 2 newly constructed homes built for less fortunate families in St. Joseph. He is impressed with the workmanship on the homes and is expressing confidence in the housing program.
So yeah, this house in St. Joseph, we have seen the work that has been done with the bathroom, the kitchen and so forth, and the different rooms that have been made available here. And so with this program ongoing, we can expect a number of less fortunate and underprivileged persons, especially the elderly, single mothers with more than one child, to really benefit from this housing program. And I can say that so far it has been coming on very good.
Several people in the community of St. Joseph are currently living in less than comfortable housing situations. Government is hoping that through this housing assistance program, people would be able to sleep more comfortably.
So through the Housing Revolution program, we cater specifically for persons who are underprivileged and less fortunate. And this house is a prime example. This house, if you had seen it before, well, not this one, but the one which existed before, it was in a very deplorable condition. And then having had about 3 or 4 persons living in it, it was felt that it was necessary to improve on the conditions of these persons. And so as soon as I became the parliamentary representative, along working closely with the St. Joseph Village Council, we identified this one as a priority. And so you can see the finished product today, although there's still some more finishing touches to be done. But the family now is living much more in a more conducive environment, and that in itself what as well.
Joni Louis is grateful to government for providing much needed shelter for her mother who needed this housing assistance.
That's my mom's home.
Okay.
So we are living close by, and I want to thank the Lord first of all for blessing the Prime Minister's spirit so that he could bless us with this house. We did not want it, but we needed it. And we want to thank him very much for what he has done.
Okay. Well, could you explain to us what the conditions or the living condition was like before you received this house?
Well, it wasn't too good. It wasn't too good because the house, it really need repairing, and we could not at the time. But anyway, thank you for the help of the Prime Minister. Then we can see it's much better because we had the facility that we have now. We did not have it before, and now we've got it.
What are your general impressions of government's Housing Revolution program?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Those who cannot help themselves, he's willing to help them. So that's great. There is nothing bad I can say about it, more than it's just a blessing.
Government's plan is to ensure that the housing revolution is spread throughout the length and breadth of the St. Joseph constituency.
What we try to tell people is that the housing program is one which is ongoing, and there will never be enough funds available at one point in time to have everybody house constructed or to have everybody house refurbished or renovated. So we ask persons to be patient. We encourage persons to work closely with the village council. We encourage persons to try to help themselves to some extent as well, if possible. And then we'll see how we can meet them or what level we can meet them, and then we take it from there. And then together we can take housing in this community to new heights and to another level.
Meantime, work on a major housing development at Hillsborough Garden in St. Joseph is now complete. 30 houses have been built by government to be sold to the public once all the utilities have been installed.
Well, here at Hillsborough Gardens, the government of Dominica first of all purchased the land and then constructed 30 houses here at Hillsborough Gardens. Each of the houses contain 2 rooms, bedroom houses, kitchen and bathroom. And some of the houses also have additional space for any further development that persons may require. The plan is to have these houses sold, and the government is working expeditiously to ensure that these houses can be sold, so that the monies that we have derived from these houses, they can go into other projects and other programs for the constituency, the community in Dominica by extension. Right at this moment, the houses are completed, and we are just waiting for the pipe works by the WASO to be completed, as well as the lightings from Dominic.
Honorable Daru says in selling the homes, government will give priority to constituents of St. Joseph.
Well, persons from the St. Joseph constituency and constituency area will of course be given priority, and seeing that this is a housing area which is just on the hillside of St. Joseph, and so these persons will be given priority. But of course, we have to ensure that the government can at least get maximum benefit in terms of having these houses sold, so that we can now continue with other programs that the government wishes to implement.
In addition to these newly constructed homes, government has also made provisions for housing lots to be made available for sale to the public at the Hillsborough Gardens, paving the way for a new housing community in that part of St. Joseph.
Because I foresee this area as being a modern St. Joseph, where you can have a shopping center, proper shopping center, and we're also looking to ensure that we have other recreational facilities in place at this area, so that when families come, they can have all of these in place right there at Hillsborough Gardens.
Tourism development came into sharp focus. A few miles away in the community of Mero, a community project designed to manage wastewater in that community is receiving the support of the parliamentary representative. The pilot water purification project has been erected on the Mero beach.
Well, the Mero beach is the most popular beach on the island. And as you can see in the background, we have some tourists who are right there today. And on a daily basis, tourists come to Mero, which is one of the mainstay of Mero's economy, tourism. Now, what has happened is that the Rotary Club, in connection with the Rotary Club of America, the United States, they have selected a community in Dominica for a waste management water project. Now, basically, this project deals with the purification of wastewater before it reaches into the sea. And Mero being a tourist destination, a serious initiative was taken to allow this project, which is a pilot project, and which is being implemented, like I said, by the Rotary Club, and providing employment for the people of Mero as well. And what happens is that a new form of technology has been implemented, and with this technology, the wastewater which comes from the septic tank of the toilet, and you can see the toilet right there in the background, it will now go into this basin which has been constructed, and then it will be purified. So before this wastewater reaches the sea, it will be purified, so it will be clean water. Having so many tourists here on a daily basis, you don't find yourself in a position where they end up bathing in dirty water. So this is a very good initiative that has been undertaken. I must compliment the Rotary Club for taking on this initiative and for selecting Mero as a pilot community for this project. Of course, the government of Dominica played a major role in securing the land, ensuring that the land has been secured, and for this project to be implemented.
The parliamentary representative says tourism in the Mero community is being taken to another level. He will be working with the Mero Improvement Committee to bring on board new programs geared at stimulating tourist activity on the beach.
Because Mero has never seen such tourist arrivals on a daily basis as they have been experiencing for the last couple of years. And a lot of the local vendors here are now beginning to benefit tremendously from such an initiative. But additionally, some of the things that we want to see implemented is that we want to see the tourism product here taken to another level. Because you have to market properly and effectively, so that when tourists come and they go back to their various countries and they speak of the experiences that they have had here in Dominica, that will encourage other persons to want to come to Dominica and to share that experience. And these are some of the things that we want to push forward.
As part of the overall development plan for the Mero Beach, government is appealing to vendors to be innovative in providing services to the tourists who visit.
And so with the improved tourism arrivals that we have seen here in Mero, the persons, the vendors, the local craftsmen here in this community now have to make themselves available so that when tourists come to their shores, they can in fact benefit from the tourist dollar. And so if it means that you have to work even longer hours to produce a greater quality of craft, you have to ensure that the fruit juices that you produce and the other local products, they have a high quality standard. And these are the kind of things that we want to see happen.
Mason Augustus is one vendor providing services to the visitors on the Mero Beach. During our visit to the beach, he was busy preparing a cocktail for his visitor.
Busy doing something there. What exactly are you doing?
I'm doing a local juice for the married man there. That's what they're asking, and that's what I'm promoting, local.
So what do you call this?
Local Paradise, my place. Name is Local Paradise. And that is a banana daiquiri and pawpaw, well mixed up with pawpaw, banana, mango. And that's what they want. I always ask the people the choice, what is their choice? Then they give me the choice, I show them what I have, and then they give me their choice. So I do what they want for them. I don't just do anything. So whenever I do what they want, then they must appreciate it. So,
you've been doing this for how long?
Well, I've been doing it there for a while, but the business look like promoting about 1 year now. So I'm continuing doing what I have to do, and that's how I have to survive different ways.
So are you satisfied with the service that you're providing to the people who use the beach?
Yes, I satisfy, and I want the people them to satisfy also.
And just a stone throw away on the Mero playing field, government will be looking to enhance this sporting facility.
Well, in every community, I believe that sport development is of utmost importance. And in the community of Mero, we have a number of young persons who are readily engaged in sporting activities, recreational activities on a daily basis. But for this to be maintained, you would need to have a facility that is up to par, that would facilitate effectively the use of the skills of the various young persons within the community. Now here in Mero, we have a playing field in Mero which has been in existence for a number of years. And I recall back in the days when even Somerset from St. Joseph used to be practicing having matches right there in Mero. We've also had the various schools within the district having their sport days right there in Mero. However, at this point in time, the playing field, as you can see, is in a terrible condition, if I may use that word. And as a representative for this area, I have seen it fit to have some works done on this playing field.
A comprehensive work plan will be drawn up for the total rehabilitation of the Mero playing field.
So far, I have engaged an engineer from the Ministry of Public Works to look at the playing field and to give me an estimate as to how much it would cost to have this playing field rehabilitated. We are looking at putting a few drains around the playing field that will help to ease the flow of water onto the playing field, as well as a stream that we have across here. And when it rains heavily, normally you'd find the water coming in onto the field. Additionally, we're looking at resurfacing of the entire playing field. And that is necessary because if you were to walk on the playing field, you'd see a number of cracks and holes that would not be suitable for young people who play on the field on a daily basis. In the whole concept of taking our country to the next level and sport development on a level, I believe that the Mero playing field should be rehabilitated, and that is one of the plans that I have as the parliamentary representative for this area.
With all these programs now set in motion, the new parliamentary representative promises to continue to work in the interest of the people of the St. Joseph constituency.
I have a very vivid vision for this community and this constituency by extension. And the reality is that everything wouldn't happen overnight, or it wouldn't happen in 1 year or 2 years, because Rome wasn't built in a day. And I'm sure that the people of this constituency will understand that. However, it is also my responsibility to come up with plans and ideas and listen as well to the plans and ideas of other persons throughout this constituency as to how best we can move this constituency forward.